In this video tutorial, I'll share with you a software that can be very useful to teachers. This software is free software. It is meant to help teachers and educators convert the computer screen into a blackboard or a whiteboard. This software is called Class Presenter 3. I'm going to share with you how I use Class Presenter 3 in my physics lesson. So let us proceed to my programs. And Class Presenter 3 is here. We double click it. And here we have our Class Presenter 3. And let's go straight to start a new presentation. Let us maximize the screen. And we can now have our first slide. It is a very simple software to use. There is a slide here. The moment I click it, I have my first slide here, which actually represents the whole of this space. So I can do any writing that I want in this space. For instance, all I need to do is pick a pen, select a color, and write anything on my whiteboard. For example, I can write physics. On the whiteboard like that. I can even change the color of this whiteboard. Let's say I prefer a blackboard. So I can go to the next slide, which actually we call Dex. This one, I want to retain this white color here and make this one to be black. So I'll go to Deck and set deck background color. And here I am. So I'll choose black and it turns it into black. So I can select the pen color, and of course the most appropriate color is white because it will stand out. So let's say I want to write topic here. And let's assume the topic is pressure. You can see I can write smoothly on the desktop, just like I would do on the blackboard, like that. I can go to the next slide, this one, and maybe change its color and let its color be, let's say, green. Something, let us say, this green here. And once I say OK, I have this beautiful board. Maybe let's assume the color I want to use there is yellow. And maybe I want to write something like definition. Definition of pressure. And I go ahead to define pressure. You can see this one is very useful to a teacher because many times when, for example, we write on the whiteboard, we do all the writing in this space, then fill it up to this point, we are forced to erase the whiteboard. Anything that we had written on the board, we erase so that we can have more space to do more writing. With the Class Presenter 3, all you need to do is create another blackboard of the same color or a different color. You can choose the color of the blackboard the way you want. You can even choose the color of the pen depending on what you are writing. Maybe let us say I've written the topic pressure here, I've gone to the definition, and I want to write, let's say, I want to write this equation, pressure is equals to force over area. I can use a different color altogether. Now this is possible with the standard blackboards. But the real advantage of the Class Presenter 3 over the conventional blackboard is that it allows you to have unlimited space to write. Now, why is that important? Sometimes we erase important information on the whiteboard. For instance, the student may want to copy something that you have written on the blackboard. But because there is no space, you are forced to erase that information. Now the student is torn between writing and paying attention. But with the Class Presenter 3, you can have the student pay 100% attention so that they don't write when you are explaining a concept. Thereby, they are paying a lot of attention to what you are saying. They are not worried that you are going to erase that stuff. They will know that all you will need to do is go to the next deck, and when they need to copy what you had written right from the start, you will start from here and give them time to copy as you progress through the decks. The other advantage is that as soon as you are through with the lesson, you can save whatever you had written on the blackboard. Maybe let us say you had written the definition, you had given a problem, you had solved that problem on the board. You might want to save that so that you can review the lesson when maybe you are in the staff room, or you can use that lesson with a different class. You can even share the lesson with your colleagues in the department. So it is actually a way of recording everything that you have ever written on the blackboard or on the whiteboard. So Class Presenter 3 has this advantage. Now the other thing is that you can even be able to insert images on the blackboard. For instance, if I want to insert an image here, all I'll do, I'll go to Insert, maybe insert image from a file. Maybe it will open, maybe let's say a window like this one that allows me to search for an image wherever I have it. Maybe let's say an image like this one. So I'll click that and then I'll open the image. The moment I do that, the image appears on the blackboard. And I'll be able to do anything that I want with this particular image. There, I have the image now in the middle of the blackboard. Now I can go ahead, like for instance, I might want to start labeling the various parts of this particular image. Let me choose, let's say, a color such as this one here, maybe even black, because I want to do the writing in this white space here. I want to name this part of the micrometer screw gauge the anvil. This one is a spindle. This one is the U-frame, and so forth. You can see you can manipulate images the way you want. Having an image like this one on a whiteboard or on a blackboard, sometimes it can be very, very challenging. Teachers are forced to draw diagrams on the board, but with the Class Presenter 3, all you need to do is just insert the image. So long as the image is somewhere in your computer, you can be able to insert that image on the whiteboard the way you want. Now you may be wondering, what do I need to do in order to use Class Presenter 3? Now this is what you need. In order to use Class Presenter 3, there are two methods that you can use, depending on the kind of hardware that you have. Number one, if you have what we refer to as a tablet PC, all you need to do is install the software, install the Class Presenter 3, and you're good to go. because the tablet PC allows you to write comfortably on the screen with the digital pen which comes with the PC. Option number 2, if you don't have a tablet PC and maybe you have a laptop, like for instance, I have a laptop, it's the laptop that I'm using here. You will have to install Class Presenter 3, and then you need another gadget that allows you to write freely, like you would do on the blackboard using a piece of chalk. And this is a graphics tablet. A graphics tablet. The graphics tablet comes with a space where you can do all the writing. For instance, I'm doing all the writing on the graphics tablet on that particular space, and anything that I'm writing there with my hand is appearing on the screen. The graphics tablet comes with a digital pen, and it is that digital pen that I'm using to write freely on this particular space. The other hardware that you need is a projector. Even when you are using a tablet PC, you will need a projector so that the students would be able to see what you are writing on your screen. Let's say you have a class of 40 students, as it happens in most schools, and you want to use Class Presenter 3 in your lessons. You will definitely need a projector mounted in a suitable position so that the students will be able to see what you write on the board. So if you have a laptop, just install Class Presenter 3, arm yourself with a graphics tablet and a projector, and you're good to go. And I wish you all the best as you use Class Presenter 3 in your lessons.